Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. My name is Sera Doğramacı. I am the Ice Hockey Australia Goaltender Development Manager. And today with me, I have another one of our young rising stars, who is Olivia Last. Welcome.
Thank you, Sarah.
So, first question I always ask everyone. How did you get involved in hockey and why did you choose to be a goalie?
Well, I'm half Polish, so I ended up moving over to Poland to spend time with my family. And there was a local ice rink over there. So my family decided to try ice skating and we all really enjoyed it. And we saw there was a local hockey team. We had no idea what ice hockey was. And then we all started playing it.
How old were you when you started?
I moved over when I was 8 and started playing hockey at 9 years old.
That's pretty cool. So I think I just always assumed that there was some sort of family connection to hockey. I didn't realize that it was just because you moved to Poland and you discovered it there. That's pretty awesome. When did you become a goalie?
Well, after a year of playing as a player,
Okay.
I didn't get too much ice time because that wasn't the greatest. But I looked over my shoulder at the goalie and I thought that it seemed like a pretty cool position. So I ended up begging my parents for about a month to become a goalie. And they eventually said yes, and that's when I started.
And you haven't looked back since. I love it. So you would have been around, what, 10 when you jumped in net then?
Yeah, I started goalie at 10.
So it's only been, what, 5 years as a goalie?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to then jump into when you were 14, you started playing on the Sirens, just for everyone else's benefit and just to embarrass you a little bit. So you played a handful of games, got a shutout in one of them, ended up with just over 90% save percentage, and you got Rookie of the Year. Tell us about your Siren season. How was it for you? What were the best experiences, what you really loved about it?
I loved how everyone was so inclusive of everyone, especially the young people. And I loved how everyone sort of treated the youngers and tried to make them a bit more mature. And it was a really great experience, sort of starting playing with such great players and such a high level, and eventually playing a few games and going away and watching the finals with all the teams there, and it was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. What was the feeling when it was announced that you were Rookie of the Year?
Well, I didn't even know there was a Rookie of the Year. But I was so surprised and I felt really good about myself because I only played, I think, a few games, so only a few opportunities for people to see me. And I remember some of the girls after I got awarded the award saying that there were so many other rookies that season.
There were a lot of talented rookies that season, but I think, everyone would have deserved it. It would be great if you could give it to everyone, but I think yours was very well deserved. So I know I said it then, I'll say it again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and then we'll jump on to U18, so the Australian women's team. So again, you were 14 because that's the minimum age. So obviously in your first few years of playing hockey and being a goalie, it developed so fast that you were already on the U18 team. So you've played for the U18 team twice now, right?
Yes.
So what's been the difference, well, going into the team, playing for Australia, obviously, how's that been like, and what's changed from the first year to the second year? How has everything changed, like your mindset into it, the skill level, just the team environment? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the first year I didn't really know what to expect because I've never been away for a world championship before. And I was a rookie, probably I think the second youngest there.
Yeah, okay.
But it was good with all the leadership people. They really encouraged me and all the younger rookies. And I think for me, it was sort of getting to know what it was like and really doing the best I could possibly do. So for the future, learning on what I could do and improve. And then the second year, it was more because I think we had around 11 rookies that year. So I was sort of straight from a rookie into almost a senior. So I really had to off then and kind of encourage the other girls and let them know what it's about and not to be too nervous about the first few games and the whole tournament.
So were you still in your second year still getting butterflies before the start of every game?
Yeah, I definitely was. Always nerves are there, but I'm not too nervous, which is a good thing, and the nerves always help me.
Well, the nerves are good because if you're nervous, it means that you actually care about the outcome and how you play. So that's a good thing. And then this year as well, so in the same year, so your second year of U18, and then jumping into the national senior team, was that a massive jump? Was that a huge change?
Honestly, not too much because I played sirens with so many older girls and playing over here with much older girls as well. It wasn't too different, I guess, but then it was also very different playing at such even higher level. And I think we had so many different things compared to the U18.
Like what?
And
What was different?
I think the people and also the traveling was a bit different, especially because I caught, well, my first flight alone and traveling a bit. So, but then meeting the team, I don't think I only knew a few people there, but they were all really welcoming and got to know me, and I got to know all of them.
Did you go to the training camp in Sweden?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then there were a few exhibition games there too. Yeah.
Yeah, we played against the local team in Franas and then in Linköping one game.
That's so cool. I love it that you're getting all these experiences and you're only 15. It's so awesome. So okay, so mentioning you're talking about being over there. Over there would be Finland. How did that opportunity come about?
Well, Gabe, my goalie coach in Australia, he's been a huge part of all this and me developing so much. And he knew of someone in Finland who knew someone else. So through all connections, my main coach now here in Finland, he needed another goalie because they only had one. So through that, all those connections, Gabe found out that they needed a female goalie here in Finland. So I sent through videos of myself over there and a bit of who I am. And then they replied back and said that I was able to come and go to Finland. So I think we had 3 weeks to pack all our stuff, get ready, decide, and then leave off to Finland.
That's pretty cool. So when you say we, who else is there with you?
At the moment, my 2 brothers and my mum. My dad's still in Australia, but he visited over Christmas. So, yeah.
And then, so what team are you playing for over there? What's the structure like? It's obviously a female team, but is it their national league? Is it a local team? What's the structure over there?
Well, last season we played in a Mestis League, which is the second top women league in Finland.
Cool.
And so there were little sort of divisions around. We played in the Northern League because there were so many teams in Finland. We ended up winning that sort of halfway through the season. So then we moved up to play in a playoff round where we played other teams from more of the southern places. And it was the top 2 in I think 6 teams there were.
Okay.
The top ended up going to the Naisten Liiga, which is the top women's league in all of Finland. But because of coronavirus, it ended up being the top 3 teams, and we just happened to do that. So coming season, my team will be playing in the top league in Finland.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, so with the current pandemic, what's that meant for you guys? Did you go into lockdown as well? Did you have any sort of team interaction? What was the situation for you?
Well, it's been pretty good actually. We didn't have too many cases, but there were still many restrictions. There wasn't a complete lockdown, but we couldn't train as a team for the past few months. And that's just meant that everyone has to do their own individual stuff and workout. but no ice time at all. Everything, all the gyms and ice has been closed. But yeah, it's sort of lots of individual independent things.
So is it the off season now for you?
It has been, so luckily we only missed one or
Yeah,
two games,
okay.
but we did miss a few trainings of the start of the summer, not the start of the season, but the start of getting back into the team selection and training with the team again.
So then, being the off season, were you meant to come back to Australia, or was there always the intention to stay over there?
We were supposed to come back to Australia, but there was a lockdown in Australia and Australians couldn't leave. So, and we didn't want to risk not being able to come back and starting the season here and also starting school over here. So we decided to just stay here.
And then, so is that the long term then, or do you plan on staying for another season? Or can you not discuss that yet? Or
Well, my brother and I, we got accepted to a school here.
nice.
Very, very good because only 5 international students were accepted. So yeah, it was through the pre-IB program.
Okay.
And so we'll be starting school here through that. And depending on how the first year of that goes, will depend if we stay here or go back to Australia and how my hockey goes as well.
Right. So then if you're starting school soon, while you've been over there, what have you been doing for school?
I have been homeschooling. So I've been doing everything that everyone in Australia is doing, just sort of through online and reading a lot of stuff.
Is your mum helping you with that? Is she guiding you through it?
She's sort of like a supervisor, so makes sure that we're doing the right things
Okay.
and can help us. But I think because I'm now in year 10, she doesn't really know most of the stuff. So it's mainly my brother and I helping each other out and asking the teachers.
That's pretty awesome. So how has that been, like, doing, in a sense, international homeschooling via online? Has that been tricky to navigate? Has it been all right to learn, or?
It's very different. I think at the start especially it was a bit hard to learn. But then when I was back in Poland where I started ice hockey, we were homeschooling over there as well. So
Right, okay.
I sort of knew what to expect, but it was very different and yeah.
Are you learning Finnish as well?
I'm not taking any classes, but I'm really trying hard to learn because everyone here speaks English, which is really useful. But then I sometimes think it's a bit unfair that they're always having to translate to me what's going on, what they're saying. So I'm really trying to understand Finnish. So there's no need for a translator.
How does it work in the team environment? Does your coach speak English? So, well, does your coach have to instruct in English and Finnish as well, or?
He normally just does it in Finnish, and then
Okay.
whoever's closest to me or someone can translate. And
Yeah.
then sometimes I understand, which is good, but most of the time someone would need to translate.
Do you speak Polish as well?
Yes, I do.
Is there any sort of crossover or help similarities at all?
The words are completely different. I think Finnish is completely different to anything. I think Estonian might be a bit similar to Finnish, I've heard, but other than that, it's just completely different to everything. But so that's a bit hard. But Polish does help a bit because I think the structure of the words are a bit similar, but it's still really difficult.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be fine at it. Okay, so while you were in Finland was when you went to go play U18s this year and then national senior team as well. Something I didn't actually mention, your rookie year with the senior team. And you mentioned that you had some of the Sirens girls and older players there that made it a little bit more, I guess, supportive and nurturing. But something I didn't mention that I think everyone should know is that, because the games are, essentially you alternate games. So you got 3 games and Tina got 2, because 5 games in total. you finished on a save percentage of 95.5. Not only did you guys get the gold medal, but you also got best goalie of the tournament. And I remember, because I was there, seeing how happy you were and the little happy tears. Can you just share with us what was going through your head at that point?
I was lost for words. I don't really think anything, just like, did I actually get this? Is this a dream or reality? I was so happy. My cheeks were hurting from smiling too much.
I bet they were. You could see it in the photos too. I like that. I think it was Riley that went up to you first and gave you like the biggest cuddle. And that must have meant a lot when your captain does that.
Yeah, I think it was actually Shana Godfrey, but
was she closest? Yeah.
Yeah, but Riley, she also got the best defense, and coming up to me with her there, the captain of the team, it was pretty big.
It's pretty awesome. Okay, so so much you've achieved so far, which is brilliant. What's in the future for you? So hoping to stay in Finland another year because you've got school locked in. What about beyond that? Are you already looking for what you want to do beyond school? So is there any college hockey in your sights or anything like that?
I haven't really thought too much about it. I think at the moment it's just really doing well at school here.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, just doing the best I can do and getting the best results for the future.
And hopefully just keep playing for Australia, right?
Yeah.
just don't come back here anytime soon and take a spot on the Sirens. I need to retire first. Cool. Deal. Okay, so I just want to finish off with all your successes. What do you credit it to? What do you think that is, I guess, in your personality or what you've done for you to be where you are now?
Well, I think definitely my parents have had a huge part of it, being able to fund me going overseas and coming here to Finland, as well as all the coaches I've had. They've had a huge, huge part of it because I've been to a couple camps in Poland and all over Australia. I've met so many different people and coaches. So yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest parts about it.
There's you just reminded me, you've been to camps in America as well, right?
Yes, I went to one, the Boris Dorozhenko camp. That wasn't really goalie specific. It was more skating, but it definitely helped a lot, sort of doing the same drills players did and improving on my skating to then work as a goalie. If I get out of position, knowing to quickly use my edges and get back.
That's so good. So good to hear. Were there any other sports that you played or growing up? I mean, you're still growing up. Any other sports you played or that you're still playing?
I'm only playing hockey here in Finland,
Okay.
but back in Australia, I played a fair few sports. I think touch football was probably my favourite, as well as cricket. I did swimming for a bit and water polo, which was really good. And then over in Poland, I played volleyball and I did karate for a bit.
Nice. See, you've got a bit of everything, and I'm sure that from each of those, something is contributing to your goalie success, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's you need to teach me karate moves. I did not know that about you. Okay, so I guess the work ethic that you've got as well. So we all know that you're a coachable athlete, which we love. We love coachable athletes. But even just your work ethic, and I think that kind of stems from being homeschooled as well and just being independent to get the work done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can brag about yourself. It's all right. That's so awesome. So I know that you should have been back here for now. And unfortunately, some things are beyond our control. But I hope that at some point that we do have you back here, and that even if it's to enjoy a little bit of a summer holiday over Christmas or whatnot. But wait and see what happens. But I do wish you all the success while you are in Finland, and I hope like even with your family over there that everything's going well for you guys and continues to go well. And I hope with your dad not being there at the moment, that I hope that you guys can reunite you know, physically in the same postcode would be good. But I do wish you all the best for the future. I'm pretty excited to see what else you can bring to have done so much at age 15. There is so much more that I know you're going to achieve. So it has been a pleasure chatting to you. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much, Sarah, as well. It's been great.